Guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rise. We're back here at Tasca Buick GMC in Palm Harbor, and guess what? I have that updated compact crossover SUV from Buick that you might be interested about. It's this vehicle right here. This is a 2025 Buick Envision. Our particular one is the sportier ST trim. But before we get into this compact crossover with all-wheel drive, let's talk about what's going on here. Buick, they're going through their lineup. They're trying to make some big changes to kind of bring their vehicles a little bit more to the modern era. Now, some of the classes that they compete in, say mid-size SUV, this compact crossover SUV class, they are fierce. Many of the brands out there bring a lot of worthy offerings, but Buick is trying to do things in their own unique way, but also bring that expectation of something more modern. Now, we've already brought you other vehicles in their lineup that have been redesigned, like the Enclave. Now the Envision is getting something big, and it's on the interior. I can't wait to show you. Just wait. So what I want to find out is, if you're looking for a compact crossover SUV that goes a little bit off the beaten path with style and with some special luxury touches to the interior, is the Envision the better way to go, say, over a compact competitor like the Mazda CX-5? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, the shape. There's something about the front end of the vehicle which definitely makes it look so much more appealing than models of the past. When you get to the front of the business, you're going to see that split wing design. You have your wing daytime running lamp and turn signal up top. Dropping our way down, we have a double stacked LED headlight in this very angular housing. And then the ST trim gets a little bit of dark chrome and then some gloss black on the lower portion of the front lip. But definitely has a unique look. You're not going to confuse this with the Mazda CX-5. Now, what's interesting though, the Mazda CX-5, its overall design has been around since 2016. So it really has lasted the test of time. I guess we're gonna have to see how the Buick is gonna age over the next couple years. Now, as we come across that Wildcat-inspired concept car lower grille area, you do get a forward-facing camera. You have your gloss black grille with a blacked out ST badge with a little bit of chrome. And then you have your metallic gray body color, and then on the bottom portion, the dark chrome with just a little bit of gloss black. But I think we both agree that the face of the new Buicks has definitely gotten a little bit more sportier. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people that when they see this, they don't realize it's a Buick. So kind of interesting. Now, as we rise up, you have that triple shield badge design finally been updated, and then you'll notice the nice smooth finish to the hood. No sharp edges, and I really like that about the Buick. Now, as we come around the bend, because this is an ST trim, you are getting these metallic black wheels, kind of have like a little split spoke design there. If you're wondering, well, Joe, what is the size of this wheel? 20-inch wheel, tires are 245 on the width, 40 series sidewall, and the ST trim brings that gloss black around the fender openings. Let me know what you think about it. It's not too much gloss black, so I'm okay with it. If you go Avenir, which is the top trim, it's fully painted. It's just that the ST is the sportier of all three trims. Our particular one is all-wheel drive, so it's front-wheel drive base, and then it'll send power to the rear wheels when needed. Let's continue down the side. Gloss black on the mirror caps, that is part of ST. You do get 360-degree cameras. One of the things I'm gonna zonk is the placement of the ST badge. It's kind of terrible how low it is. They should have had it a little bit higher up on the door. But you'll notice along the side skirt, you have that dark chrome finish with the gloss black. We do have body color on the door handles, and then gloss black trim with your black roof rails. Working our way towards the rear, I love this body line here, how it just comes out of nowhere on the passenger door and then comes into our rear quarter panel. As we swing it around back, it's sporty, but not perfect. I wish they would have tucked this wiper underneath the spoiler, but you have a nice long roof spoiler. Steven will show you, you do get a panoramic sunroof. So something that definitely makes it a standout. And then just like up front, full LED lighting, Envision badge, all-wheel drive. And then working our way down to ground level, unfortunately, we're gonna have to finish off on a zonk. Fake exhaust on both sides. I don't know why they did that. It's really the only model in their lineup that they do that, and I don't know why. It really has me scratching my head. But why don't we go ahead? I showed you the exterior. Let's pop the hood and talk about power in this Envision. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hood struts. Underneath the hood, it says turbo on the valve, on the valve cover, on the engine cover. But you know what? Turbo isn't anything special anymore because almost everything has a turbo nowadays. But what do we have? It's a turbocharged inline-4, 228 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in about 7.1 seconds, top speed 130 miles an hour, MPGs 22 in the city, 29 on the highway, and the vehicle weighs right around 4,000 pounds. If you're gonna tow though, I hope you don't have anything big and heavy. It will only tow up to 1,500 pounds. But it's nice to see that 9-speed automatic over, say, a CVT. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire it up and see it move. All right, guys, we're inside this 2025 Buick Envision ST. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I need a crossover SUV for the family. I don't want anything big. My grandmother did have a Buick, and I remember that's the car that I actually lost my virginity in back when I was in high school. I used to borrow it all the time from her. So I'm actually thinking about getting a Buick to remind me of those good old days. But how much is this Envision ST? Very good question. And I like the way you're trying to connect it to your past. MSRP for this particular one is $43,375. Let's see what you get when you compare this to the Mazda CX-5. To the door panels. Absolutely love it. Look at the soft touch up top, followed by that nice aluminum style trim. No gloss black, and then look at the two-tone. That crisscross design in the middle section, and then the soft touch on the armrest with the contrast stitching. That burgundy really makes the door panel feel extra special. Door pocket is tight. Maybe one cheeseburger, a fries, and a Frosty from Wendy's, and that's about it. And then you have the Bose sound system with some nice trim on the speaker grill cover. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, love this Alcantara material, just like in the middle section, with that design and some stitching. More stitching on the middle. Down below, you could put at least 4 bananas or a head of broccoli. Now, the reason why bananas or broccoli is not just because they both start with B. If you're looking for potassium, you can get potassium from bananas, or you can get it from broccoli. Steven always is munching on broccoli. I can't get him to stop eating the damn broccoli. But he loves it. What am I gonna do? Look at what we got, all new for 2025. It is that updated 30 inches of uninterrupted screen. You got your full Google Map and Google Assistant, the whole suite. Plus, you got your special home screen, and you could actually change what pops up to the left here. Plus, we go back home, here's where you got your easy access apps. You could change your ambient lighting. If you like frogs, you can make it green. If you like lavender, or if you like blue. I like blue. My eyes are blue. So maybe I put blue all over the interior at night. Go back to home. You could bring up your climate controls, touch them on the screen. It's definitely too hot. We got to drop it like it's hot because it is hot outside. Just heated seats on the ST, no ventilated. You got to step it up to Avenir. Shut off. I don't know why. I guess eventually it'll disappear. And then your cameras. resolution could be better, but it is nice to have the 360, the overhead, so you don't scratch up those nice 20-inch wheels. Out the back, the resolution is better. And then there's your side-to-side. There we go. Side. So I could see out back, up front, and everything else. So really nice to have that technology. Drop it down. You got your toggle switches for the dual climate control and your blower fan. Your start-stop button. There is a lot of gloss black, but it's sort of like guys using the restroom. If you aim properly, you won't make a mess with fingerprints. Down below, there's a sea of gloss black, but most people are going to do this. The reason why, wireless charging, USB-C, USB-A, and a 12-volt. 2 cup holders. This is your volume knob. This is a place to put your box of Tic Tacs. And then you can put 2 Twinkies here, 2 Buick Twinkies. Hit the doors, boom, bombs away. You got enough room in there to where you could keep your grandmother's 6 Beanie Babies. Or you could keep your grandma's big old container where she puts her dentures at night when she's cleaning them off. I remember when I was 7 years old and my grandmother came over to visit, and I went into the restroom at night and there were her dentures floating around this blue container. Had all these like pieces of food floating around. I still have nightmares. Tell her to keep her dentures in her Buick. Seats, the leather, the ST embossed. Love the way they did the design, the Alcantara, some piping. Manual adjustment, that's a zonk at this price point on the passenger side. I have full electric, but the great news is you do have that power shade with the panoramic sunroof. So that's a really nice touch. But why don't you come over to the business end? I got a sporty steering wheel in this Buick I want to show you. Come on over. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 2 memory seat settings. Love the ST aluminum sill plate with the badge there. Pedal box, you actually have an aluminum brake pedal and aluminum throttle. I just wish they would give you an aluminum dead pedal. So I am going to zonk that. But it is easy to get to the seat controls. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of room in here. And then the steering wheel, you're going to want to rub your hands all over it. The reason why is because it is a nice piece of perfection. Flat bottom, who would ever thought in a Buick? And I like the thickness of the wheel. The stitching is great. You got your triple shield on the horn button, flat black on the switchgear, including a heated steering wheel, paddles to go up and down that 9-speed automatic. You do have your different drive modes, which are nice. Sport, off-road, tour. And then it is a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then you have your instrumentation. That's the continuation of the 30 inches. You could actually have it where it's a simplified speedometer. You could bring up the Google Maps, or you could just have it clean with your adaptive cruise. Plus, there's a head-up display. Not too shabby. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the back seat and see if there's going to be enough room back there for your passengers in this Envision. All right, guys, back seat time. What's great is you got a lot of nice room back here, not even close to the headliner, even with the panoramic sunroof. Plus, I like the way it's got that Alcantara material with the leather. And I'm digging this color. It gives it some nice kind of personality, some pizzazz. Back of the seat, nice material all the way around. You got large pockets where your grandmother could keep all her crocheting materials and all the crocheting needles and all that kind of stuff. You do have rear AC vents and a USB-C and a USB-A. Like I said, seats are great. Pull this center armrest down, nice and soft. 2 cup holders. Let's get in that cargo area because I want to take you for a spin in this Envision. All right, guys, cargo area time. Hit the button. Nice electric assist. And you'll see that you're actually going to be greeted to a generous amount of space in a compact crossover. So how much room do we have? It's actually 25 cubic feet of space with the back seat up. Fold the back seat down. That will give you 52.7 cubic feet of space. You do have LED lighting. The one zonk I have, oh, I saved it. I was almost going to zonk it. It was kind of hidden in the shadows. You do get a 12 volt in the back. And then let's see what's underneath the cargo floor. You do get a spare. That's also a big plus. But why don't we go ahead? If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go take this Buick for a drive and see if it is different than your grandmother's old Buick back from 1985. All right, guys, we're leaving Tasca Buick GMC Palm Harbor, and we're inside this 2025 Buick Envision ST. It's so nice having the upgraded infotainment system, very intuitive and very fast reacting. It's also great the way they have it mounted. It's not gonna be in your way, and it doesn't just look like it's stuck on. I like the way there's some of this trim here to just make it all kind of fit a little bit cleaner. You got that good size head-up display and a steering wheel that you're not gonna expect to see inside a Buick. I mean, it's really, really nicely done. Now, of course, they have the electric shifter on the steering column that cleans up the whole center console. And right now I have it in sport mode. Each of the modes is going to adjust how the steering sensitivity is, throttle sensitivity, and how the engine and the transmission behaves with one another. But going down the road, it's actually quite comfortable, very smooth. The interior is what really makes this a standout. They did a bang-up job on the interior. Steering feel is good. On throttle, here we go. So not too bad from that 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It's the 9-speed automatic transmission that makes it really extra nice. Quick shifts, smooth shifts. And the fact that we have all-wheel drive is also a big plus as well. But it's just incredible how, if you cover up the badge, it doesn't feel like a Buick whatsoever. It feels like a totally different brand crossover SUV. And this is something that Buick is trying to do. They're trying to get through their lineup and make some smart changes to bring the whole brand a little bit more modern. And you still have your Avenir trim as the top trim, but it's nice to have these sportier ST trims. Brakes feel good. I mean, there is a little bit of turbo lag from a dead stop, but other than that, the 4-cylinder turbo has plenty of pep in its step. And I love the interior. I mean, the finishes in here are really, really nice. And you got plenty of storage as well. So that's a big plus. Pulling away from the light, even in sport mode, the throttle sensitivity is not too, snappy. It's nice and smooth. You got the paddles to go up and down the 9-speed automatic if you want to do that manually. And maneuverability. I mean, even in traffic situations, the maneuverability of this vehicle is real easy. It's very quiet in here if you notice. Not a lot of wind noise, not a lot of road noise whatsoever. So they did a really good job on the suspension tuning, the chassis setup. Everything has worked really, really well. And then, like I said, being able to get in and out of traffic, to change lanes, it's all very simple because it just has a very good overall size and presence to the vehicle. But you're gonna love this interior. That it does not feel like any other Buick that you have been in. Let's go on throttle here. On throttle, here we go. And you could change the layout of the screen. I could have 2 maps up if I want to. I could then change it again to just have my adaptive cruise up, which is great. It's kind of crazy that Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze is playing right now, and this interior kind of has a purple haze to it. Almost feels like it was meant to be. But the seats are comfortable, they're supportive. And like I said, just very, very impressed with the driving dynamics of this vehicle. And the technology. But I'm hoping that this has been a good overall quick review of what the Envision is bringing for 2025. We're going to get back to Tasca Buick GMC Palm Harbor and wrap this one up. So I will see you in a split second. All right, guys, another great day in so many ways here at Tasca Buick GMC Palm Harbor. Definitely got to thank Dean, the rest of the crew, getting us access to this 2025 Envision ST. Let me know what you think. Is this the better way to go, say, over a Mazda CX-5? Let me know your thoughts in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rides family. Gotta get out to Stephen Flood. He loves cars, especially Subarus. He actually has a Subaru tattoo right above his shoulders on his back. So if you ever see him, ask him to check it out. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.